My name is Tobin Richardson. I'm the President and CEO of the ZigBee Alliance. We're a global standards organization that develops standards mainly for wireless as well as for different devices to teach them how to talk to each other. The current global standards for the IoT are getting there. We're not quite completely there in terms of their sufficiency. The ZigBee Alliance is in a great and unique role with 12 plus years of experience in that area to help really push the industry forward, but we're not quite where we need to be in terms of the standards themselves. We've got some great organizations that are working on it and a couple of leading ones like the ZigBee Alliance, where we have more than 400 global companies from each part of the planet who are helping to bring those standards to a better maturity so that the consumer experience is more seamless. It's important for the standards to evolve to a point for the smart homes to really enjoy their the full benefit for consumers through a couple of different ways. One, we of course always need to focus on security and making sure that any systems and platforms that are designed are weighing the trade-offs between security and convenience in a really intelligent way. And you do that by emulating the best practices as well as involving great product manufacturers in that process. In addition, we need to make sure that the devices themselves are well defined and that definition is shared uniformly across different platforms. You don't want to have 20 different gateways inside one home and make it more difficult for that consumer. And so it's important that the standards reflect that in the development as well as what gets pushed out into the market. So the smart home platform that excites me the most are typically the ones within my membership. We have a bunch to choose from, so that's a good thing too. We have some great guys like Smart Things from Samsung, Willian out of China, and many, many more that are reflected using ZigBee standards, both for Comcast and Time Warner and other areas too. But I think one of the more interesting areas that's really going to drive consumer adoption is really far-field voice recognition. This notion of the Amazon Echo, Google, and others that are bringing this to market, I think really provide more of a seamless experience for the smart home for the consumer. And that's really what it's all about. The standards in the background, yes, they're complex, takes a lot of work, but in the end, this has to deliver some kind of interesting value, and that kind of voice interaction, I think, makes it more compelling for consumers to get off out of the starting block. Yeah, so what should smart home platform providers do to boost consumer adoption? Really, they should be using open standards, first of all. You don't want to kill the market before it gets a chance to start. And building proprietary systems may make sense from a very short-term point of view, but what you're doing is introducing more complexity into the consumer's life, and that's not what consumers want today. I think consumers will see smart homes as essential, and I think we're already starting to see that. You look at our experience with the smart home, and people get used to certain things, and it will take a while, but eventually I think it will become just part of everyday life. Yeah, getting interoperability right is absolutely key to gaining adoption in the smart home. And if we don't do that right, then we're just going to kill that customer experience. We're going to make it more complex and more difficult for both for consumers to enjoy the benefits, but also innovators to really bring new and exciting products into the market. So that key around interoperability is absolutely essential to making sure that smart home takes off. The Smart Home Summit. Innovative, forward-looking, and exciting.